Page 62, Chiapanecas, or whatever it is, a Mexican hat clapping song. It's a fun piece. It's in a lot of method books, the different arrangements. This is a nice arrangement. Here they're introducing you to the primary chords in F major. See, we've had primary chords in all the other, every key is primary. The 1, the 4, and the 5, 7. It's the same numbers. So we just use the same system, but we apply it to F major. So the notes in F major are here. You have a B flat here. So the 1 chord is built on step 1, which is here, so it's an F chord. The 4 chord is built on step 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, it's every other note in the scale, I should say. And then the 5 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we add the 7th to it. Remember, there's a B flat and F major here. You got to use the notes in the scale, is what I'm saying. Like so, and then we rearrange them so we don't move our hands around. So the 1 chord is here, and on the 4 chord we're putting the F on the bottom, so we're going from here to here. Do this in both hands. And then for the 5-7 chord, we're going to put the E on the bottom, so put the C up here, and we're not using the G, so we've got these notes. So it's here to here, and again it's the same pattern as the others. The bottom note goes down a half step and using the top 2 notes. And those are the notes, the 1, 4, 1, 5, 7, 1. You get used to them, you get used to seeing them, and you think of them as one unit. It just makes reading and playing music a little easier if you can grasp this. You get them in the left hand here, but you need to do them in both hands. Let's look this piece over. We got some more new exciting things going on. 3/4 time. It's both pages, 61, 62 and 63. Treble and bass clef, 1 flat in the key signature, 1 in the key of F major. Make sure you can do the F major scale and all that. Okay. Let's take it one hand at a time and make sure we understand the fingering and all. Right hand, you're here. If you look at these first couple measures, you can see this is really just a broken F chord, a broken 1 chord. And then cross over here, and then up here. You got a rest, come up. Now, I'd like to show you another fingering. There's different fingering styles people use. Books teach different styles. You've been using a beginner's fingering a lot, and I've been trying to coax you at times to change the fingering here and there. Well, here we go again. The style I use is I don't cross over the thumb unless I absolutely have to. We don't have to here. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. So what I'm going to suggest you do, makes it a little trickier, but it's good exercise. It'll help you. Instead of using 3 to come down, use 4, 2, 3, 2. Then you got 1 here. Here, you don't cross over. So again, 4, 2, here. And then you can reach up more easily and reach the D. And then for the next one, you can do it as it's shown. So forth. And that's what I'm recommending. Now on measure 11 at the top of page 63, they want 1, 3. If you don't want to be up in here, you can do a 2, 3 or a 2, 4. I like 2, 4 myself. That's what I do. And I just stay there. Just reach up with a little finger. You need to be able to play 4th and 5th fingers with a note in between. Anyway, so big deal. And then you can do 1 and 2 for here. And then come down if you want. 1 and 3. Now, measure 23 going on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, natural, here. And then it's like a F major scale. Except we're not bringing the thumb under, we're using a little finger. No, I don't recommend that. Look at the last measure of the 4th line. You're here. The repeat sign sends you back. Now, in this case, there's a reverse repeat sign. Have we talked about that? I don't remember. You see, when you get to a repeat sign, you go back to the beginning. Well, that's not really the whole rule. The rule is you go back to the last reverse repeat sign. And if there is no reverse repeat sign, then you go back to the beginning. Well, look at measure 11. At the top of the page, there's a reverse sign pointing, we call it a reverse repeat sign. So when you get down to the end of the fourth line there at the repeat sign, you're going to go back up to the top of page 63. You repeat back up to there. You see the repeat sign at the bottom of page 62 sends you back to the beginning because there is no reverse repeat sign there. But this other, you got to go here. Well, when you do that, you got to watch out for the fingering because it can mess you up. So if we look at the fingering in that measure, it's measure 26, by the way. It's here. And then you repeat. They want you here. I don't want to go from here to here. That's awkward. I'm not saying you may never have to do it. You might, probably will, but don't if you don't have to. So if we'll just finger this like a F major scale and put thumb on that anyway, then you can go 2-4. Like I suggested at the beginning, 2-4. And you're right there. So let's do the first ending there. Starts at measure 23. It's here. And then you go here. And then at F major scale, here. And then you repeat. You're right there. So the point is, I'm suggesting you put thumb on that last note. Now if you're doing here, it doesn't work as well, but it's still easier than the fingering they're suggesting. And then the last line, it's 2, and for the last 2 chords, I recommend a 2-4, not a 1-4, and then a 1-5. You get this kind of pattern a lot, and I recommend this kind of fingering a lot. Left hand, well, you get the primary chords here. Block chords, 5-7, okay, fine. Measure 11 on page 63, it's the same, but it's broken chords here. Boom chuck, 4 chord, then 1 chord. Oh boy, this is fun. Put the hands together here at the beginning. Rest. Rest, rest. Make sure this left hand is only down for 1 beat. Rest, and you repeat that. Let's go on. Second ending, you're here, and then come up. Okay. Then measure 11. Rest. Get the idea. Let's go down to the fourth line, measure 23. You're here. And you repeat. Okay. The last line, measure 27. Yeah. And you will notice the last 2 chords, all of these notes are in the 5-7 chord because the B flat and the E are there. I'm not using it here. It's just a 5-7 chord and a 1 chord. It's just a slightly different arrangement. I mean, we can play a note in a chord more than once. You can double it up like they're doing here. I got an F here. I got an A here. That's all right. Just notice these things. It'll help you in reading music. You'll see, oh, here we got a 5-7-1. Okay. Once you get a handle on that, and you can get rid of the hesitation, so it is a steady beat. This is a dance after all, but it doesn't matter. It should still be a steady beat. It's just if they're dancing, don't mess up the beat. We add the articulation. Staccatos are going to be short. I'm going to flex the wrist, both hands. And then accents. Just play them a little louder, and you can go ahead and separate them. You got to separate this anyway. It's repeated. So do the same in the left hand, or the right hand. And staccato. You get the idea. Now, on measure 11, this is smoother. It's contrast to that. It's smoother. Those are accented, though. And I recommend you connect all of that together as best you can. They're only showing the last 2 notes connected. That's because they're telling you be sure and connect them. Otherwise, you could disconnect them. But I'm telling you, go ahead and connect it. Now go down on page 63 to the first ending. There, measure 23. You're here. Connect this. Connect all that together. Now it's staccato and accent. A little extra. So, but in the second ending, the last line, those are connected. Now separate them with a little extra oomph for the accents. Dynamics apply to the melody here. Whatever you think moderately loud is for the mezzo forte, that makes, well, now they've got the accented notes set it loud with an accent. That makes them very loud. Okay, if that's what they want. The left hand, keep it in the background. Okay, measure 11. Now you're loud, and the accent notes again are very loud. The left hand now can be in the background. Well, it's still in the background. No, never mind. Come down a little bit, measure 15 is sort of loud. The accented notes then would be loud. It's sort of same. Fourth line, this is this first ending. You're sort of loud. And then you got the arrow to take it crescendo, get louder. Come down to about a moderately soft, and then go back up. Up there. So, okay, because when you come down a little bit like that and go back up, it exaggerates it a little bit. It makes it more clear. So the first ending, again, you're moderately loud in the right hand. Come down. Now you're back up to very loud with the accents. And now in the last line, we're going to go up to super duper loud. I got problems with that, but that's what they're doing. You're not sort of loud, a little louder, go up to loud. And then the last two notes are loud with an accent, makes them very loud. Okay. The point is, you're not going down before your crescendo. You're crescendoing right from where you're at, and you're going up to the climax of the piece, which is the last two chords. As far as speed goes, well, it says moderately fast. It's a feel of it. What is it? To me, that's about where it would be. It's not really fast, just sort of fast. It's not necessarily the speed of the beat. It's the feel of the piece here. Please don't copy me. You play it your way, I play it my way. If I played it 10 times, I'd play it different every time. If your moderately fast is this. If that's your moderately fast, close enough. It's got to be accurate. And it's got to be a nice, steady, even beat all the way through. I'd like to play this with you slowly. Let's double check the notes and the rhythms. I'll give us 3 counts. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I'll try and do the accents, although I don't know about that. I'll do the staccatos, though. I'm going to play both hands about the same, because I want you to hear everything. Just play it with me one hand at a time if you need to for a bit. But let's try it together slowly. We are going to do all the repeats and all that stuff. So I'll give us 3 counts. Did I say that? Okay. 1, ready, go. Rest, rest, rest. rest, repeat. Rest, rest, rest. Second ending. Rest, rest, rest. Repeat. Second ending. Rest, rest, rest.